Hey everybody, welcome back. Here's all the old exhaust out of the S10. These pipes are so puny. Look how tiny that is. From what I read on a S10 forum, that's 1.25 inch inside diameter. And there's a few exhaust leaks underneath the truck I could hear. Straight through performance there. All the catalytic converter material is inside the muffler, so I think that kind of backed it up some and maybe caused these flanges to leak. Now that is some of the new pipe, 2.5 inch, just been sitting outside, mild steel, covered in oil, and in the rain it rusted. So a few things I've done, I'll show you guys the new exhaust here. That is the old engine mount. You can see it separated there, held on by a hair. Here's a new exhaust. So this Y pipe is actually for 1990 to 92. I'm wanting to say it's through Walker. I'm wanting to say it's a 40213 part number, I'm not sure. I can look it up though, but I added this O2 bung for my oxygen sensor on the Holley Sniper. Put a plug on that one, V-band there. Exhaust hanger going straight back to a magnaflow. Another V-band, and then this is a part that goes up over the axle, and then the tailpipe. So this exhaust, the muffler I already had, I bought that years ago. I used to work down at Shucks Auto Supply. I got this whole dual exhaust kit, universal, whatever you want to call it, off of Speedway Motors. 150 bucks. How can you beat that? It came with 490s, 445s, and 480s. So I used 2 straight sections and let's see, 1, 2, 3 45s and 190. So I got some extra for another project. And then the hangers I got off of Amazon. Yeah, I got that all welded up. I'm going to heat that up with the weed burner and paint it all with barbecue paint, so that way it just doesn't rust underneath the truck. I think that has some kind of aluminized coating or something on there, but it'll get covered as well. And it bolted right up. I'll put some pictures in on the video. Amazing fit, and going from 1.25 inches to 2.5, this sucker's really going to breathe. Too bad it's not, or we'll hope it's not too loud, I should say. So after a week of rain, it did leak. I wiped it up last night. Anyways, there's a little bit of moisture there. And it's still leaking. I see a couple water drops right there still. Excuse me. It looked like it was leaking from behind this white bracket. Right above that is the, I don't know if you can see, the master cylinder for the clutch. So it's kind of hard to tell, you know, there's so much bracketry and other stuff in the way. So I'm gonna have to figure something out. I'm gonna try hooking the hose up there again today and see what we got going on. I really don't know. There's where the master cylinder bolts to on the back side over here. Could be coming through, you know, some of the bolts maybe. Let's go look. That looks like it's been seeping through the seam. So I mean, theoretically, it could have been going through the seam down there and then through those bolts. I didn't go the whole length of that seam sealer with the silicone. I can't remember if I put that in another video or not. I siliconed all this up, and that stopped the river coming in, which is good. But I'm still getting water in. Not a lot, just a little. I guess it could be coming through and then down through that electrical plug. And the clutch master cylinder's right here. There's a stud back there. It's just so hard, you know, with everything in the truck still. I don't want to completely strip this sucker down to bare bones, and I'm not going to. Yeah, it's just so weird. I'm gonna have to figure it out. I'll have the hose hooked up, guaranteed, and just let that sucker run and go inside and try to find it. But yeah, got all the studs off the manifolds without anything breaking, which was awesome. There's one manifold over there. I'm not crawling underneath anymore. I'm not the oh, there it is. Creepers on the other side. Oil leaks. Transmission leaks. I usually park this thing in the gravel, but hey, it's almost 30 years old. What do you expect? So anyhow, I just got the exhaust all welded up. So that's ready to go until the paint comes in. Just ordered some off of Amazon. So next up, I'm going to go grab the little table, bring that up here, and start prepping that interior piece to paint. We got some no rain supposed to come. Got a couple clouds up there, but so far it's been a nice day. Alright everybody, I'll go set that up and put you back on. Alright, here we are set up. This is the interior panel I got from the junkyard, and I steamed it and used some of that all-purpose cleaner from Meguiar's. And this had a crack starting to form. Let's see if you can see that little line going up. So to fix that, I used some 2-part epoxy on the back side and put a broken drill bit in there to just act as a stiffener. So I went over the instructions about a week and a half ago. Basically, you use this prep soap with a gray Scotch-Brite pad, basically to scuff all this stuff up, and you wipe it all down. I'll have to double check on the instructions. I can't remember if you're supposed to use water or not, but anyways, use that, some plastic and leather prep spray that I know you wipe off after you spray it, and some sand-free adhesion promoter. You spray a coat on that, and while it's still wet, you put a light coat of this on there, and then you can coat it after that. And while this is still wet, you spray this according to the instructions, and it helps really create a good bond. So I'm going to double check the instructions real quick and put you guys up on the stand, and then we'll get to work on this piece. Alrighty, so I got all the pieces that are going to be painted. This is the other piece I got from the junkyard. Even though it's not plastic, gonna use the same paint without the adhesion promoter. And then this piece is a little bezel for the seat belt. So there's all the pieces. I'm gonna put this thing on time lapse to hopefully not bore too many of you. Appreciate you guys watching as well. Let me put her on time lapse. Here we go. Alright, got this stuff all taken care of with that prep soap. So there's a little bit of moisture in the plastic there. Number 1 rule, no sandy, no sticky. This is a pain in the ass to get in here. Kind of looks like there's still a little bit of soap residue. I'll have to hit that again. but overall not too bad. And got the defrost vent scuffed up, that little bezel scuffed up. Yeah, so the instructions said to hit it with the gray Scotch-Brite and then to wipe it with a damp lint-free cloth. So that's what I did there. And then this stuff, you're supposed to spray it on and then wipe in one direction. If I remember correctly, I'm going to double check that. And then if water beads up on the surface, I'll have double check. It's either the water beads up on the surface, it's good, or if it doesn't, then it's good. Again, I'll double check that. But getting closer. Move the Lexus out so that way it wouldn't get overspray on it. Anyhow, I'll put you guys back on here in just a second. Alright, so I did a little water test. Didn't bead up. So if it beads up, then it ain't ready. So I'm not going to spray any of this on this grill thing. If some gets on there, oh well. At least that's a smaller piece to redo. But basically, while this is still wet, then spray the top coat. And it's 5 to 10 minutes in between coats. And I'll layer this stuff on. Yeah, medium wet coat it said, of the sand-free primer, or adhesion promoter, whatever you want to call it. And while this is still wet, that's when you got to put this on. Alright, here we go. I guess you can buy this stuff in gallon or quart if you're doing a lot of interior. And probably a good idea to wear a respirator as well. I'm outside taking my own risks. Do what you got to do for yourself. Keep yourself healthy. These chemicals are nasty. And they will kill you sooner or later. Alright, action time. Going over it a little bit more to get it more of a uniform color all around. Always good to check around different angles. Make sure you didn't miss anything. All right. So here's the first coat. Definitely looks gray. Pretty close, I'd say, for just the first coat. We'll let that sit for 5 to 10 minutes and hit it with coat number 2. I'll put you guys on the hyperlapse when it's time to go at it again. Alright, just got done with the third coat. I'm going to call that good. Definitely looks gray. Let me grab a interior piece here. Obviously it's not dry all the way, but I don't know if you can see that. It looks pretty damn close. A little bit lighter. But for getting it out of a can and not respraying the whole interior, I'd say it's pretty damn close. Close enough for me. So, all that stuff sprayed. I've got the water running while I was waiting. Grab a light here. So, water's running up in the cowl again. I did not see when I first started water droplets. Let's see here. Do we have any moisture coming through? Time for a little extra light. I'm not seeing any drips yet. It's been going for a couple minutes. I did notice that there was some moisture coming through. That's definitely wet. Top of that foam seal on that's the whatchamacallit, that's the master cylinder for the clutch. Alright, stick on there, you sucker. Try to make it so I can get some light in here and show at the same time. Is that gonna stay? Maybe. Well, it's definitely wet right there. So that could definitely, let me see if I can hold the light back here. That could definitely be coming in above the brake master cylinder. Seeing that it's all wet there, it's probably not designed to be wet. Are there any other wet spots on that seam? Maybe a little. Water droplet going down. Come on. Kind of see the wet droplet coming down there. Oh, water's definitely getting in between the seam. Oh, son of a gun. So that water must be coming back up underneath that silicone I put in there. From back farther, I don't know. Hard to tell. And I still don't see any water coming in yet. Well, I will let this water run and do some further investigation. One of those weird things. It rains for a day or two and a couple of droplets come in. Unless, I don't know. Theoretically, it could be coming in through this seam. Although it's downhill, so it shouldn't be going forward. Or it could be leaking up top and then traveling down through the A-pillar. I don't know. I'll see what I can do on that. It is what it is for now. I don't want to put that carpet in until that's done, you know what I mean? I'd say this was a good success. I don't see any blue showing through. I'll just let this thing dry. Pretty good product so far. Did some research on it. A lot of people had good results if they followed the process. So anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for subbing. We'll call this one quits. Till next time, we'll catch you guys on the flip side.